A very good morning to all of you, my dear students. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Adil and I'm a graduate in technologies. And by technologies, I specifically mean that by qualification, I'm a mechanical engineer. But my profession is teaching because I love to teach. And I completed my engineering in 2014 and I realized that there are so many students struggling a lot in mathematics just because of the lack of their basic concepts. And then I decided, almost 7 years ago, I decided to serve in this particular arena of mathematics field. Right now, I have an overall experience of around 7 years and I have taught all across the country. Not all across the country, but in some of the major cities. In the initial phase of my career, I took classes in Delhi NCR, from where I completed my engineering. After that, I joined one of the best institute in Kota, but my segment was only limited to class 8th. Thereafter, based on gathering some experience, I was promoted to the class 10th faculty, and right now I have been taking class till class 10th. So I think this much kind of introduction is sufficient for you as a student to know your teacher, and rest we will be getting interacted in future very soon. Right now I am here to teach you something which is very confusing in mathematics. Like most of the students are unable to correlate the concept with the earlier learned concept, that is already learned concept. So the chapter which we are going to start today is arithmetic progression. So give me a moment, I have to write it on the board. So arithmetic progression is also known as AP in its acronym, in its short form. So students, what is arithmetic progression? So as you see the word, there are two words. It's a combination of two words: arithmetic, that is related to numbers, and progression, that is something which is increasing. But never ever get confused that progression is only increasing in terms of mathematics, because here we will see the various types of series where the numbers will be in a manner of increasing order and also in a manner of decreasing order. So let me give you an example of a series, because in order to understand AP, first of all you have to understand a series. So let's say if I write a number 1, 3, 5, 7, ... Let's say I keep it till 77. So can you identify what kind of series it is? So most of you people will be able to answer it. The series is odd number series. Is it so? This is something which you have learned in your previous classes, in the very basic classes, isn't it? Also, if I write 2, 4, 6 and so on, it's a series of even number, correct? So what exactly we have to learn in this particular situation? Okay, so here we have the categorization of knowing that it's a odd number series and second is a even number series. Second is an even number series. But here we will learn some more things. I'll tell you with the example of another series. Let's say if I give you a series that 7, 12, 17, 22, 27 and 32, okay, and now we have to calculate it. And what to calculate? Just we simply have to get the sum of the series. We simply have to get the sum of the series. So how will we calculate? Are we provided with a calculator in the classroom? No. So what do? Do we calculate like this? 7 plus 12 is 19, then 17 is 36 and so on. Is it so? No. We will apply a particular method designed and derived to solve such kinds of questions. So if I talk about only this question, we have to learn some of the terms. Okay. So the first term, if I ask you that the beta, tell me what is the first term. So you would say that the first term is 7. Is it so? Yes. And what is the last term of the series? So the last term of the series is 32. Correct? But now here, one thing you have to understand. I haven't mentioned it yet because I have left it on you. Because what else is special about this series? And that is why we call it arithmetic progression. Do you know what is special? Okay, now see. What is 7 plus 5? 12. I'll write it. What is 7 plus 5? 12. What is 12 plus 17? Sorry, 12 plus 5? 17. And then again plus 5. Then 22 plus 5 is again 27. So here you are observing a pattern that the difference between the two consecutive terms are same. Isn't it? Isn't so? That is what you have to keep in your mind. Okay. So only one thing you have to keep in mind, that when you can write it, you can write down the definition as well, that when the difference between the two consecutive terms are same or common, that particular series is called arithmetic progression series, AP series. In your senior classes in class 11th, you will also come to know the geometric progression, GP. And if you further study in mathematics, you will get to know HP, harmonic progression. But this is something which is out of your syllabus right now. So we will keep focus only on arithmetic progression. So right now, if I take a pause and ask you that what is the special characteristics of an AP. So you would say that the special characteristics of an AP is that the difference between the two consecutive terms are same. Correct? So now the three terms are there. Now I'll show it. Okay. If I ask you what is the first term, you say 7. So first term is 7. And what is the last term? Last term is, tell me, 32. Correct? Now, what else I have taught? The difference, the common difference. What is the common difference? So the common difference is nothing but 5. Only one term is left. You have to be patient with me. Will you? That's like a good boy. So the last term is not the last term, but the last terminology that you have to understand is the total number of terms in the series. So let's count the total number of terms in the series. So the number of terms are 7, 12, 17, so sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Is it so? 6 terms? So the number of terms is 6. But tell me, do we have to write these sentences every time? No. We have a special character or alphabet to represent these particular things, such as first term means A. So first term is always represented by small a. Last term is small l. Common difference is small d. And number of terms is capital N or small n, doesn't matter, but I usually take capital N. So I hope that, first of all, I will summarize whatever I have taught till now. So you have understood that in order to like any series to be an arithmetic progression series, what you have to say? what you have to see? You have to see that the difference must be common. Okay. Now, A is 7, L is 32, D is 5 and N is 6. So, you already know these terms, and never ever forget our agenda. Or what was our agenda? Our agenda was to find the sum of these terms. You know, you might be thinking that it is getting longer than the usual time, but as you see that there are only 6 terms, you are easily able to calculate it by counting. But had it been not 7 but 70 terms, 70 terms, will it be same easy? No, it would have been more difficult. So that is why now we come to a formula. What kind of formula? The formula to find the sum of n terms. And by n, I specifically say that if there are 6 terms, so we have to write 6 here. So the formula to find the sum of n terms is Sn n by 2 a plus l. N by 2 a plus l. Now, there is another formula as well to find the sum of terms. I write it. N by 2 in bracket 2a plus in bracket n minus 1 d. Now, if I ask you to tell me the difference between the two formulae given here, so you would say that is specifically or easily visible that Sn same, n by 2 same, a is also here, a is also here. But what is the difference? The difference is here we have the value of L, but here we have the value of D. So we will use these two formula as per our convenience. As per our convenience. For example, if we have to find the sum of this particular term, which one is easier? You will say that, sir, we know that the n is 6, correct? A is 7 and L is 32. So we simply put the values of these 3 terms and calculate it. Obviously, anyone can say that, anyone can distinguish it, that this one is easier formula. So in any case, if you have the value of last term, always go with this formula. But for instance, if you don't have the value of last term, go with this formula. Okay? In order to tell you the same thing with the help of a question, I will take a question, don't worry, don't mind it, okay? But I have to solve this question first. Be patient with me. So I am going with the first formula. We have to find the value of sum of 6 terms. What is n? 6. What is a? 7. What is L? 32. So 6 by 2 is what? 3. And 7 plus 32 is what? 39. And what is 39 into 3? It is 117. 117. So see how easy it becomes. How easy it becomes. And it is also errorless. For example, if you are calculating it, let's see if you forget and if you miss a number, you know the answer. You know the result. The result is that you will get a wrong answer. But here by using the formula, you will get a right answer. Okay. You can also go with this particular formula, which I will prove here. Okay. So for this one, what the formula is? Remember, our answer was 117 as per the first formula. Now n by 2, so again n is 6, 2, 2a. What is first term? First term is 7, and n minus 1 means 6 minus 1, and d is what? 5. Multiply 5. This one is multiply. Okay. So 6 by 2 is what? 3. 2 plus 2 into 17 is what? 14. And 6 minus 1, 5. 5 into 5 is what? 25. So we directly write 25. And now we have again the same thing, 3 into 39, and the answer is 117. So here you got one thing, that in both the cases the answer are same. But the examiner who is going to ask the question will keep you distracted. Sometimes the question will be like that, the last term will be missing. Sometimes the common difference, they will not be, means you will not be able to identify the difference. So see, is there any need of difference here? Any need? No need. So according to the question, you will use these two formula. I think that this much is sufficient enough to understand when to use these two formula. Now I'll tell you one more thing. I'll tell one more thing with the same series, okay? Because if I keep the same series in all the formula, that will be easier for you to understand the concept. Let's say we have this term missing, okay? And we have to find like how many terms are there, or don't miss it. How many terms are here till here? 6 terms. Now if I ask you to find the value of dot 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 12th term, so how will you find the value of 12th term? Now this becomes a bit difficult. No. This is the first impression that it becomes a difficult. Nah? This is actually not difficult. Now see, in order to find the value of nth term, we use the symbol an, and the formula is a plus n minus 1d. A plus n minus 1d. So here we have to find what? 12th term. So what is a 12th? What is a 12th? A 12th is nothing but a plus n minus means 12 minus 1d. That is a 12 is nothing but a plus 11d. Now this is something which you have to keep in your mind. Whatever the term we have to find, just do the minus 1 and write it. Like a12 is what? A plus 11d. So similarly, in the same pattern, if I ask you what would have been the 32nd term, a32. So a32 would have been a plus 31d. Okay, now coming back to the point of our question, a12. So a12 will be what? A12 will be, a is what? 7, then 11, and what is d? D is 5. So 11 plus 5 is nothing but 55, and plus 7 is what? 62. I think that you will not be able to see it, so I am writing here. Yes, a12. What is a? 7. What is d? D is 5. So 7 plus 55 is nothing but 62. Correct? Do you observe how easy it appears now? Does it? Yes, it is indeed. But now I'll take a question which is a very recent question, like on 21st of March 2023, there was examination of CBSE class 10th. So I am going to give you the solution of that question of right now. Okay, but before that I would ask you to write down all these things. Okay.